Yes.
Hey, if she ain't seen
Okay.
Menace to Society, we about
We are live.
We are now live.
We did it.
welcome back to Welcome back to Kingdom Cast. This your host, Good Luck Chuck. We back at it with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all our social media platforms. Yeah, we was talking about old '90s movies before we just went live. But anyway, we are now officially in the off-season mode. We're back on vacation. We back to the grind. So we can now call ourselves the defending Super Bowl champions heading to this off season once again. So before we get into everything here, I'd like to introduce everybody here. My guy Country's on the top right, my homegirl Kylie's on the bottom right, and my guy Boogie's on the bottom left. So how are y'all doing, man? How y'all been doing since we've been on this vacation and since we experienced another Super Bowl parade and whatnot?
Still feeling like a champion.
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing. It's like last year when we ended, it felt so bad because of how it ended,
to.
that the withdrawal of like the sport and the team, it was just a lot. This year, it's like, all right, we won. Like you got that, you're riding a high. It's been good. We're in a good spot.
And you know it's always different when your team win and you get to watch everything on ESPN. I watch every fucking video now, everything on Fox, everything. You watch everything when y'all win, but after that loss, you like, yeah, I ain't watching ESPN for another week or two. So yeah, I'm still enjoying it, man. It still feels good. I'm loving it. I'm ready for the repeat, man.
Yeah.
Mm. Talk that
You're right
repeat.
about that. Yeah, you're right about that. There's still some content I gotta catch up on, regarding Chiefs stuff. Like there's so much content that done dropped since we won the bowl, man. There's still
Yeah.
some things I need to catch up on. So, but yeah, man. What's up, John? What's up, Kyle? It's I am the mark. But but anyway, let's get to it, man. We all went to the parade. Some of us had kids. We all went our separate ways somehow. Unfortunately, we didn't get to link up. During that time, how it go with like cell phone service and whatnot. When it's like about 1.2 million people.
Wow.
So yeah. But anyway, man, I just want to go around the room and get everybody's perspective on the parade, man. Like, let's start with you, Kylie. Since you the out of town and whatnot, I mean, how was your experience regarding the parade?
It was great. We stayed, we were like off of like downtown by the river, like just river market area. So we actually just walked over and we ended up close to Power and Light, and it was a little cold, but it was just cool. Like the vibe you get when you're around so many like-minded people, it's crazy. And all the red and everybody was just happy. I mean, it was just like everybody was just having the best time, and it was wild. We had some really great seats. Like we were able to see them go right by. So we didn't actually see we didn't go to Union Station, but we did get to see the parade route, which was really dope. So it was a great time. I can't wait to do it again next year. It's gonna be great.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. So, Bug, what about you, man?
It was good, man. I got the kids out there. It was a little cold, but I had me a little Don Julio and some medication. So I was maneuvering. I was pretty cool. I was right off of about 18th and Grand. So I was right in there. Then I walked down a little bit. I tried to make Union Station. It was just too crazy with my little youngest son. So I couldn't make that. But I was definitely sore the next day. All that walking. I was sore as hell. But yeah, man, it was a good time. I can't wait to do it again, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Country,
Uh,
just get your perspective, man.
if you're not gonna be there at 6, 7 in the morning, you can still go, but it's not gonna be the same. Like, because there was no spots towards the front. People had tables, tents. Everybody had their family. I was on 17th and Grand. I went to 18th and Grand to look for Boogie, and you know how the crowd is moving, and then
Uh-huh.
all of a sudden the crowd stops, and then you're stuck in the same space for like 15 minutes. Yeah, it was. If you're gonna get there early, get you a spot and relax. But it was fun though. The kids had fun. Me and Kyle linked up. Kyle came from Wichita, and we linked up. We did go look for you, Boogie. I just want you to know that. I'm not lying about
Kyle
that.
too. Oh man.
Kyle can back me up. We did go look for you. I did see Fred down there. I seen a couple people down there, but I don't know. Some Mexican dude was selling like pecans, like chocolate covered. Oh my god, they were so good. They were so good. But no,
Oh
it was a good
man.
time. But I just suggested next time we have a parade, and we're gonna have a parade pretty soon. I agree.
Next year. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hmm.
be there early in the morning. I'm gonna have to leave the family at home or something like that because I got to get that good spot.
Yeah,
Because
we're making business decisions next year, Father. We ain't doing that this year. I done let
yeah,
my kids go to 2 parades. This third one, respectfully, this is mommy's day. I'm in the streets,
yeah,
Right.
man.
yeah. This is a business trip. This isn't for fun. This
Business
is
trip, man.
business.
Hey, we got the draft though, country. We got the draft.
Oh
Ooh.
boy,
Ooh
I'm all
wee.
up. I'm in the draft,
Ooh wee.
in there like
Man, that
swimwear.
Sir.
that's gonna be special. That's gonna be special. For me, yeah, I got close to the stage. You know, I carpool with some folks. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the pictures now. Shout out to
Hi,
Kingdom's
Jody.
Queens. I linked up with them. Shout out to my guy CJ from the Aftermath Podcast, DJ, DG, Twitter DJ for the Chief Spaces and whatnot. Linked up with all of them. So yeah, I got close to the stage once again, pretty much like the same spot as the first parade I went to. It was dope, man. And luckily for me, there was somebody like standing like right next to me, and they had Verizon service, and I think all the folks at Verizon were good, man, during that parade, because I was able to watch the entire parade on their phone, and it was just clear. There was no lag or nothing. So I would pretty much watch the entire parade until everybody got to the stage. So
Chuck, you was right
Shout.
by the dude that stole the horse, right?
all of a sudden, just on a random, like I almost died. Let me tell you something. I almost died, bro. After the rally was over with, man, that dude on that horse, man, I wonder if it's the same dude from the last parade, man. He came out of nowhere, like right behind me. After I took a sip of that champagne, he came right behind me, bro. I was like, what the, you dog? I thought I was gonna get trampled. No lie, I thought I was gonna get trampled in that moment. But other than that, man, it was a great experience. Um, of course, I made sure to collect some of that celebration confetti this time. Kept a little bit of that. But yeah, man, I can't wait to do it again next year for sure. But
Did it?
I gotta be.
Did it? Did it feel like a million people? It felt like a
Uh,
lot of people.
it felt like it was a little more than the first one.
It definitely
It
was
seemed
more than
like,
the first one. Definitely was more than the first one.
yeah, kind of, Paul. I kind of had that moment. Not gonna lie to you.
That first Chiefs parade, I don't. It didn't. Okay, the Royals first parade had more people than the Chiefs first parade because it was
Facts. Yeah.
colder for that first Chiefs parade.
Mm.
But
It
this
was way
Chiefs
cold.
parade, I think, had more than both.
Hmm.
But I do think I gotta say this. Brian B. Shine said this too, man. We got to get another DJ next year, man. We got to get another DJ.
That DJ
That
was
DJ,
horrible.
respectfully, should be benched. We got to
Who
do
was
something different
it?
next year, man. Huh?
Yeah. Who
Who
was
was
it?
it? I don't want to mention his name, but
I don't know
Oh
his name. I
yeah.
don't want to mention. I
okay,
don't
okay,
want to throw
okay.
nobody under the
Yeah,
bus.
we ain't gonna do him like that. We never know.
We definitely need
Um,
a better DJ to turn that party up a little bit. I think, especially with Kelsey, how Kelsey was going.
it
Hmm.
should have
My
been.
my
Missed
thing.
opportunity. Don't make
Look,
me.
my my thing with the DJ is this: like, how do you not have that masterpiece song lined up when Kelsey kept going like that? How do you not
He
have
was
that lined
begging
up?
for it, Chuck. He begging for you to play it. Like, come on, man. That
Like,
was.
how do you drop the ball on that?
And Andy Reid said Master P was one of his favorite rappers. Like he
Yep.
got the alley oop before the.
Right. And you just get hung on the rim. Terrible.
one thing I did have a problem with. Certain people should have spoke. Chris Jones should have spoke.
I mean, he
Frank
eventually
Clark should have
did.
spoke. Maybe Colin Saunders should have spoke. Um, it was it wasn't enough people speaking, and then Chris had to snatch the mic from Mitch, which was like, why? Every year somebody got to snatch the mic from Mitch because the first time it was Tyree. He snatched- but yeah, I think it should have been more people speaking, but Man, it was live, bro. And then to watch it back and see the helicopter views and the aerial views and
And
people
that
standing on
drone,
the monuments and
that
Yeah.
shit's crazy, man.
the bill. I really wanted to go stand on the rooftop because I'm like the rooftops look lit, like for
Yeah.
real.
Oh
Like,
man,
Yeah.
that would
the
have been
views were
fun to do too. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. It was fun, bro. I had a ball out there. A lot of walking though.
the
Man.
rooftop views were incredible. The rooftop views were incredible. The ones I've seen, man. The last one I seen from like when the parade route started, and you see all this red from like both sides of the street, man.
Man,
Craziness.
Well, so how was Tech Nine? Because so I didn't make it to Union Station. Did he
Tech Nine
sound
was
pretty
cool.
good live? Yeah.
He was cool. He did his thing, you know. I mean,
People
I
get
believe him.
rowdy.
Yeah, I believe in that. I believe when he said that that was the biggest crowd he ever performed in front
yeah,
of.
it was a million people.
Ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like, why do you gotta lie about that? So,
It's a million people out there, dog.
but I will say this about Tech Nine though, man. I think Red Kingdom has been through two Super Bowl celebrations now. I think it's time for something a little different for this third one, Tech. No disrespect. We need something
Respectfully.
new. We need
It's
something
not.
new.
It's not the song.
Respectfully.
It's not the song. It's they play the song so much
Right.
that it's just like, oh my god. Tech Nine is a genius for making a song. He's
Hmm.
genius. And if you're a
Absolutely.
rapper and you can put some bars together, we do need a theme song. I'm looking at you, G Watts. But when we get a theme song, we're gonna get one. But he was a genius. It was a genius move to make it, and it's just they play it so much, and everybody plays it. White, black, Mexican, Asian, uh, all flavors play it.
I think
It's
that
just
shit was
so
playing in
much.
my dreams, man, after that parade, dog.
And even though you don't want to, an hour later you're talking about Red King. And you're like, oh my God. It's in
Oh,
my
man.
head. I can't stop.
There were people like all around the parade with like little boom boxes playing it too. Like you,
Yeah,
every time
It's
somebody
you
would walk
couldn't run
by,
from it,
it would be
Colin.
on.
You couldn't run at all.
it,
Right.
I'd be like,
there's no way
okay,
you can
baby.
get away from that song, bro. It was a genius move, but it's just we need a little variety. I think he's supposed
Or
to
a
be shooting a
remix.
video for it now.
Give us a remix. Do something
Uh,
different
Yeah,
for us, please. Just
yeah, let's get a remix. He's still shouting out Tyreek in the song.
yeah, let's get
Yeah,
off that. Yeah. We need we need something different then, man.
there was a guy walking around with a speaker as a backpack, like a two, like a
Yeah, when them
he had like a
Bluetooth
box of
speakers.
12s on his back. I'm like, dude, you're
He
not
said
gonna be
box
able
of
to
12.
hear.
In a box of
How you
12,
gonna hear
dog.
after this? Ask Kyle. Kyle, I'm not lying. That dude he had a box of 12s on his back, like a backpack. Like,
That's
oh,
wild, man.
Red Kingdom. Shout out to Tech Nine though, man.
Shout out Tech, man.
Shout out Tech.
But one thing that did kind of piss me off though, because
That's true.
some
That's true, Paul.
some of them young cats, they was throwing random trash up in the air, dog, and I almost got hit with a Gatorade bottle at some point during that rally, bro. Like I had
You
to
had a
turn
rough
around,
go.
I had to turn around and meet them dudes, man. Like
What?
I know one of y'all threw that, bro.
Oh
So yeah,
God.
it
They
was just
said
craziness.
I heard something about that was because of some LeBron slander or something. I heard. I don't know.
Chuck,
Why we
Chuck,
gotta
it
talk
is.
about
It is
No,
him?
Chuck.
no,
Why we gotta
no,
talk
no,
about him?
no, no.
Why we gotta talk about him on this show
We
already?
not.
Why
We
are you
not.
doing
We're
We
this,
not
bro?
not.
gonna.
Why are you
My
doing
fault.
this?
My fault. I'm sorry, team. I'm sorry, y'all.
Boogie.
Who was the most lit? I think Pat was very lit, but I think Jalen Watson might have took the crown because he was
Yeah, the dude
drinking
was on the
Hennessy.
wheelchair. He was on the wheelchair afterwards. I mean, there's no
It,
question.
Yeah, Jalen Watson pulled a Mitch, man. Yeah, that's my boy Mitch. He pulled one of them at Arrowhead right there.
It looked like he took from Marshawn Lynch and mixed Patron and Henny and
we're
was
we're
drinking Patrinacy.
we gonna
Oh,
get
that's
there, Ready Red. Calm
don't do
down.
that. Don't do that right there, man. Leave that alone.
No.
You know it's bad when your girl is like, babe, just calm down. You doing too much. Just slow down. And she was like really like, and she did not look happy when he was on that wheelchair and she was standing behind. Shout out to Jalen Watson, bro. If you're gonna go out, that's your first one, bro. You're a rookie, bro. You supposed to go out like that. You ain't supposed to remember none of that. They
I
supposed to
wouldn't
look at
trip.
the tape later and you be like, yo, I did that. Yo, I was tripping.
I know I
Man,
wasn't tripping, Paul.
when we were sitting, Pacheco was just running like he runs in the games. Like he just was running through the crowd and come back, jump up and down. Like I felt like he had the most energy, but I would definitely have to say that Pat was the most lit. And
That was lit.
I mean, as he
That,
should be. Like, he had his little MVP trophy, which was awesome. Like, yeah,
Coors
it,
Light, right? It's Coors that he be
of
drinking.
Yeah,
course,
Yeah, Coors
yeah.
Light.
Yeah, man, he was knocking that shit down. I've never tried Coors. I'm gonna have to try it, man.
Which I want to speak to something. I think someone in the comments said it, but they wanted to know how we felt about the drinking that all the players are doing. And I
yeah.
just
Oh
want to
my
say that, like,
goodness.
they're all, first of all, they're all of age. I understand you want to say that, like, they're supposed to be a role model or whatever. And that doesn't be like, they're having a good time. It was still tasteful. Like, I don't feel like there should be anything wrong with these people who are of age drinking and having a good time to celebrate a Super Bowl win. And the people who want to, like, be upset about it and be like, "Oh, my kids love you," and they were watching. Like, I don't get over
Man,
it. Don't let your
exactly,
kids
man.
watch it then.
Your kids know you drink, so what's the difference? They
Right,
just won the Super Bowl, man.
Right.
It's like
right.
I was
Like,
just
it's the
about to
Super
say that.
Bowl. Like
I was just about to say that, Bug. I'm like, man, your kids done seen y'all drink, man. Like, come on, man. Like, just knock it off. Let's just knock it off.
yeah,
Hey, bro.
I'm with that, John.
Tom Brady was passed out drunk, throwing the Super Bowl trophy off a boat to
He
Gronk. Like, I don't
he
want to
couldn't
hear
even
nothing
walk,
about what
bro.
Pat was doing.
Brady couldn't
and
even
Tom,
walk. Remember?
no, and Tom even tweeted or commented about it. He was like, "Looks like a normal celebration to me." Like, no, get over it.
Yeah,
That's
and
the that's the
Tom got escorted like he was Ray Charles, dog. And them tough
Yeah,
yeah.
passes,
yeah,
bro.
he did.
That's the KC Star, man. KC Star got to chill. I don't know what they're ever since that Tyreek Hill situation. Kansas City Star been on straight BS when it comes to the Chiefs. It's always change the name, the chop is racist, and then Kansas City brings in real Native Americans, and they don't have no problems with none of this stuff. But it's always somebody on the editorial board. Like, stop it, man. I don't know what kind of attention they trying to get, but y'all losing. Y'all definitely losing the fan base.
Yeah, that editorial board is annoying as hell.
Yeah, because
So
they
I
just did
get it,
something else
but
with that
come
though
on, bro.
earlier this season. What was the editorial that they said earlier this season? We was all
Pat,
Something about
Pat,
Mahomes
Pat
is full of
rather
himself. Or...
Yeah,
that's
he'd
what
rather
okay.
look good than win.
There you go.
Yeah,
What is
There you
this?
go.
White
Okay,
man
I'm like,
can't
it was
jump?
something stupid. We all was
It,
talking about this. That's okay.
just some bullshit.
ridiculous, bro. Yeah, it's definitely like I don't get what their motivation is. Because if you disrespect the Chiefs, this is a football town. You're gonna lose 70% of your consumers. Why would you
Imagine,
piss them off?
imagine saying Pat only cared about himself and then watching him with that ankle run for his life to win the game. Imagine thinking
right,
that, man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
right.
John. I think
You know
we
what I'm
all
saying,
be
John?
embarrassed.
Right. Listen, I was acting like I was one of the players that
Shout
day,
out
man.
Josh
I
Gordon.
I
No,
had a bottle of champagne and everything, man. I almost drank it the whole thing by myself. Shit.
I wouldn't drink Coors Light either, but I mean, it's
hey,
the it's the Super Bowl, bro.
we let Pat get a
Super
slide
Bowl.
on that course. We let him slide on that. He went in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. So he could drink that.
Right,
Now
cause
he's
like
got to. He has to.
Hey,
Patrick
Pat
Did you
got a
know
little
he did?
bit more. He got a little bit more
Sponsor.
Silky P
Oh,
in
I
him.
didn't know that.
right. I was about to say that. I was about to say that, country. I was about to say that. I said Patrick be hiding his black side. He bring it out when it's necessary, I guess, or when he's off the camera. You know.
I didn't know he was that was a sponsor for him.
Yeah,
Wasn't he like
Coors.
he works
Yeah,
with Coors?
I didn't know that.
He's a
Okay,
Coors Light guy.
okay. Well,
So
that's
he
cool.
wouldn't have been able to drink all the Bud Light or have it in his hand because of the
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Travis Kelsey had like a Bud Light chain on,
Yeah.
like
I,
a
I, I feel like they changed it passed around, like, because Colin Saunders, he wore that after they
Hmm.
won the Super Bowl, and then Jamal Charles wore it because he was in sponsorship with Bud Light, because he went down there at Johnny's Tavern, and they did something where he passed out beers to all the fans that were
Yep,
there.
I
So,
did see that. I did see that with Jamal.
hmm
Yes, Julia. Yes. Yes.
That was me. I'm
That's
sorry if I offended y'all.
Just Boogie
If,
Smoke Black.
if I
but
offended y'all, I'm sorry on that. Hold on, what he said? Put that last
what?
comment on there, please.
Which one?
He said what?
About shut up, man.
Hey, John, hey, don't you do that,
John,
John.
you
Don't get on
wild.
my bad side.
John, you wild.
Don't you do that, man.
Wild.
You was
What's
doing
good,
good,
Chris?
man.
What's good? What's good, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
So
Okay.
I definitely had a ball at the parade, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going by myself next time.
But shout out to all the fathers though, man, and all the mothers that did take their kids with them to experience that.
Shout out to Donna
Regardless.
Kelsey showing up too, man. That was great. It was
Oh yeah,
good to see
for
her.
sure.
Yeah,
She had herself a week.
did Ed show up
Yeah.
or was Ed just chilling? Was Ed just with Jason?
Oh, yeah. Leo climbing in the
No,
bus.
no,
Yo.
no. That is a wild boy right there. That is a wild boy right there, man. Now you talk about some athleticism right there, but
Hmm.
Yeah.
Leo, nah, you can't do that no more, bro. Mm-mm.
You
What
Mark,
talk
about Justin
about,
Reed though? Didn't Justin Reed? He was running after the bus at first, wasn't
yeah,
yeah, he almost
they
got
left
left.
him.
He almost got
he? On his
left.
birthday too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was.
The parade was on his birthday, and he got left for a hot second.
Uh, Yeah,
Oh, that was
Leo's a
crazy.
freak, bro. Leo is
Hmm.
a freak, dog. Cause I'm like, he really jumped on the side of the bus. Like that bus got to be 12 feet high or something like that, right? It's a double
I
decker
think,
bus.
yeah, I think it
It
might be a
can't
little
go under
taller
the
than that.
Independence Avenue Bridge, can it?
No,
Nah, hell no, hell
please
no,
no. Please don't try
no.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Leo's a
Take some pointers
beast,
from her.
man.
But yo, Brett, I'm sure Brett Beach and Mark Donovan talked to him after that. Like, hey, look, Leo, you can't do it at the next one, bro.
He thought
How
he
Mm-mm.
you
was in
know Brent
college
Beach?
still. He thought he was in
You
at a
know,
college party still. Hold on, Leo.
oh, another guy we got to talk about before we move on. Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy had a good time.
Yeah, he
Matt
was
Nagy
turned.
kicked it. Matt Nagy kicked it,
Matt,
Hmm.
man.
Matt Nagy had a good time. Maybe because he knew he was about to be offensive
For
coordinator.
sure.
Yeah, I was
When,
about to
when,
He
say
was
that
turning up
too.
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
when you know it's about to
Yep.
But
be official.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He knew. He knew.
Speaking of that, somebody tweeted, I don't know how because it was so loud out there, but they tweeted when Eric Bieniemy rolled by, they was like, "Thank you, EB," and he turned around and he was like, "Nah, thank you." And I thought that was like a special moment. I don't know how true it is because it was very, very loud out there. I don't know if you could really hear somebody saying that, but if it was true, shout out to them. That's a hell of a story. But you know,
Yep.
EB,
Now, yep. Now we segue to Airbnb. So Airbnb, he's officially gone. He took the office coordinator position in Washington. It's a bigger role actually because he's actually going to have 100% control of the offense since Ron Rivera is a defensive head coach, and he got a pay raise to go along with that as well. So congratulations to EB on that. I still feel like he should have been a head coach somewhere, but I understand the situation that he's in, and he had to go that route because the way the league's been doing him for a while now, in regards to getting a head coaching job. Um, I know he had a press conference today, and you know,
he
before we get
killed
into
it.
like the hot topic and stuff, I just want to go around the room, man. Like, as far as EV goes and Matt Nagy taking over, like, do you guys feel like there's going to be a little bit of an impact lost with him leaving his coaching staff, or there's, or you guys still very confident Andy Reid is keeping things rolling no matter who it is, like we've been doing?
Um, I think it should be an easy transition because Nagy been here before. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Maggie know the game. Andy Reid's still here, so it ain't really changing like night and day. You know what I'm saying? So it just might be Somebody said it might be a little bit more RPOs and stuff that Nagy likes to do. It might be a little bit more. I mean, because when Nagy here, Alex Smith was going deep. Like that's not his game. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a little bit more big plays. It might be a little sprinkle with something here, but I don't expect it to be a drastic. We're not going to start running the ball like Tennessee or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
No, no chance. No chance of
yeah,
that.
it's going to be a seamless. I think it's going to be seamless. I'm more interested in the quarterback coach and who else, EB, because the rumor is, if y'all haven't heard, that Greg Lewis is maybe potentially going to Washington. So I'm more intrigued by because we all know Nagy's going to be the OC, right? We all agree on that.
Yeah,
We
yeah. I mean,
unanimous on that. I'm
yeah, it's
more
locked.
about who you going to bring in quarterbacks, running backs. Who's a wide receiver coach? Because Greg
Great
Lewis
question.
switched from wide receivers to running backs.
Yeah,
I don't know who our wide receiver coach is, but I'm interested to see those position filled more than the OC.
right. And like Chris
Yeah,
just mentioned
they
it.
very close.
Pep Hamilton, the Chiefs are interested in maybe bringing him in to be the quarterback coach. And Pep Hamilton, he's worked with guys like Andrew Luck, Deshaun Watson, and recently Justin Herbert, and he's had pretty good results with all three of those guys. So
I think
I was
with
sign up for that.
yeah, I think like in EB's absence and now that he's moved on, which congrats to him, he definitely deserves a head coaching role, but this is how he's got to get there. Might just take a little longer, but I think he brings a certain intensity to the coaching staff, and that's something that I'm concerned about, like them losing, because I think Nagy's going to fit right in as far as like play calling goes, and like they said, he's got a great relationship with Pat. But for me, it's like we all know EB's intense. So, like, are we still going to have that same intensity in the locker room and on the sidelines? And a lot of people, or I think Pat was saying that at halftime, or Kelsey was saying that EB and Pat both had really great speeches to give, and they both like fired everybody up. And so that's kind of my concern is like, will that intensity still be there on the sidelines for a coach?
That's a good point too.
Yeah, but just to follow up on that too, before you go, Bug. I do want to. I am interested to see if it's going to be the same amount of accountability or close to the same amount of accountability that this coaching staff brought on these past few years with EB on it. Because EB is a guy that's no nonsense. He's old school. He holds you accountable. I just wonder if it's going to be that same type of accountability moving forward or something close to that. But
Yeah, I agree with Kylie. I definitely think we're gonna miss that type of energy that Bieniemy brought, but I don't think it's gonna be a big drop off production wise in our offense because Andy Reid is still here. He's still running it. Patrick Mahomes is still here. Patrick Mahomes and Nagy, we done heard about the draft story, so we know how their chemistry
mm-hmm.
is. I think it's gonna work out for both parties. I think everybody's a winner in this, to be honest.
Hmm. Did you see the Pacheco and EB exchange during the game?
That was probably one of my favorite
Oh,
mic'd up.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
That was
I
funny.
love it.
So if you haven't seen it, Pacheco scores and he lit. He on the bench. He rocking. And EB like, yo, calm down, relax, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to go back out there. Like, calm down. And then Pacheco jumps up. Ain't no relax. Ain't no relax. Like it's hilarious. If you, I'm gonna find it. We'll tweet it out or something like that. But oh man, that was a good moment. Another EB moment that I remember is I forgot who the running back was. You get ready because we about to run your ass. What game was that?
You
Oh
mean
my
feeds
god!
your
If
ass?
anybody
That was
knows
the
that game,
that was the Patriots game after the Patriots won the Super Bowl a few years ago, and he was talking to Kareem Hunt after
Kareem
Kareem Hunt
Hunt. It
fumbled.
was
And
Kareem.
that because that was the first
I
time Kareem
love.
had ever
That's one of
fumbled.
my favorite EV moments. Yeah, you get ready because we about to run your ass.
We about to
I
feed
love
your
that.
ass. We about to feed your ass. Yep.
Yeah, we about
That
to feed you. Yeah, I love that moment. And that moment with
what up,
Pacheco.
DG?
Yeah, what's up, DJ? That moment with Pacheco was is so hilarious, bro. Like Pacheco just starts running to the O line, like slapping everybody's hands, like, yo, it ain't no relax. Ain't no relax. So to Kylie, to bring it back around to Kylie's point, I think that EB might have put enough foundation in that the team might pick up that, you know what I'm saying, that energy that he brought. I think Travis, Pacheco, these rookies don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Jones had to tell them sit down on the bench. Like, we got to go back out there, sit down. Like they're young and they have all this energy. They might not know any better. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a benefit too. But that's still a great point that you made. But
Yeah. He ain't coming back, man. He's not
Why is
coming
that a
back.
thing again? It's a thing like every 6 months. I
Julius,
can't.
don't do
It's
that.
done with.
Please don't do that.
because
It's too
you,
early. Do not
you know
Done
do it.
with.
why?
Don't
You
do
know
it.
why
It's
though?
done with, man. It's done.
You
It's done
but
with.
you know why though, Chuck? Because when Kareem was with the Chiefs, he was a closer. Like Kareem would
Yeah, he
close the
was.
game out. Like I think that's what a lot of people missed. Now he's also a liar. You got to be truthful.
We we
All he
got
had to do was tell the truth, and he would still be in Kansas City. But I wouldn't completely shut the door, but it is closed though.
Hey man,
Listen, I
that's
think
like that's
Anything can
your
happen though.
girlfriend from high school, man. Leave that alone, man. That's done. Leave that alone, man. We moving on, man.
right,
Hey, that's a
and I,
good
and I
question. That's a good question.
Barely,
uh,
DJ. To
uh,
be honest, barely.
yeah, yeah, it kind of has, you know, it kind of has.
Yeah,
I,
I've been
No,
celebrating and drinking for like a week or so. It's definitely sunk in
hey,
In more ways
yo,
than one.
so
in
I,
more
I,
ways than one.
I don't want to be cocky, but I feel like it felt like business as usual though. Did y'all get that
Yeah,
feeling like,
yes,
all right, we
I
did what
think,
we were
yes,
supposed to do? Like, is
yes.
that arrogant
yeah,
or what? I know
No,
that.
it's not
no,
arrogant at all. Cause look, you heard all the off season talk. You heard all these media pundits talking about the Chiefs. They not gonna win the division this time, or the Chiefs they not gonna make the playoffs, or the Chiefs may finish last in the AFC West, or you heard all this stuff. The Buffalo Bills gonna take over the AFC. You heard the Cincinnati Bengals gonna take over the AFC. You heard all this talk in regards to the Chiefs. So yeah, listen, it was business as usual. Just because of all that
Yeah,
talk, like, look, we got something to prove, man. We got something to
bro,
prove.
it felt like
We got to show the world that we're not going anywhere.
right.
the game was just icing on the cake. It was like I had no doubts that we were going to win the game. Just like we just got to get through it. This is icing on the cake of this whole year of what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? And we got to bring that passion again next year. I want to repeat, bro. It's been a long time since we had a repeat, and then
Yeah,
we
Uh,
can really start talking dynasty. Then
man.
it's destiny because as you guys remember, one of the construction workers who helped build Allegiant Stadium out in Vegas, he's a Chiefs fan and he buried the Chiefs flag underneath that stadium.
facts.
It's got to be destiny for us to repeat next season.
It is. And yeah.
Yeah, I know already, John. Already, Sports Illustrated was
Already,
right on it, man. They was right
hey,
on it.
the Chargers did do something smart. They fired their head trainer, the trainer guy, because that training staff, uh, yeah, the injuries they get. But anyway, go ahead.
But Kylie, what was you about to get off, Kylie?
I'm
Kylie, you
sorry,
might finish
Tyler.
what you were saying.
Oh, I think I was just talking about the Super Bowl and like it didn't feel. I get what you're saying where it felt like business as usual, but I also feel like I don't know that first Super or not the first Super Bowl, but the one a couple of years ago. It was like we had waited so long, so it didn't. The whole thing just felt like, oh, finally, like we
Right.
did it.
Yeah,
And then so like this one, like now we've become accustomed to just like these wins, and it is like, oh yeah, the season is 20 games for us or 19 games for us. It's not 16 or 17. I don't know. I just felt like yeah, we got used to being here, but at the same time, it was so sweet to prove everybody wrong.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
For real, Nani. But yeah,
no,
as we continue this EB discussion, let's go on and get to the main subject here that recently happened. So LeSean McCoy, he played for the Chiefs for a short period of time. He went on speak and spoke his nonsense about EBs, talking about we haven't seen whether he can do the job of being an offensive coordinator. He's saying all this other nonsense and whatnot, just talking down on EB. And after that, all kinds of former Chiefs players came out in defense of EB, attacking LeSean McCoy. And then, eventually EB came out in his press conference in response and did it in the most classy way possible. He's like, look, he gave props to LeSean. He said he's a future Hall of Famer. After that, he said everybody has their own opinions. He has a right to his opinion. But at the end of the day, that doesn't
I
determine
like that one.
what goes
That's a
on in
great
the
one.
building in Washington. So EB's not phased by it one bit. He's not phased by what LeSean said, and he approached it like he was actually a head coach. So
Oh, send me that, Kyle. I didn't see Pat say nothing.
oh
Um,
yeah,
He
yeah,
had some really great things to say. Yeah.
yeah. I
Shady
got it right here.
McCoy.
I got it right here because Patrick Mahomes
Oh,
said there
okay, go
should be
ahead and
no.
read it. I haven't heard Pat.
Because Patrick said there should be no questions on how great of a man slash Coach Bieniemy is. His leadership it has a direct impact on the player person I am today. 10 plus years learning under one of the greatest coaches of all time, and I cannot wait for him to continue to prove doubters wrong.
And they said that was a quote tweet from RG3 retweeting that, right?
Yeah.
And I seen that too. Did y'all see that what Chris just said?
Oh yeah, I sent it
Yep.
to y'all. I sent it
Yeah,
in the
put
group
it in
chat.
there.
Yep, I
Oh,
saw that too.
Lewis Riddick and Keyshawn Johnson lit his ass up for real. They was like, cause bro, if this was the first time, then maybe you'd be like, okay, maybe he kind of, But this is like the third. Every time EB name come up, somebody put a
Hmm.
mic in front of Shady McCoy face, and he talk about this bench. You got bench, but guess what, Shady McCoy? This hold on, public service announcement. These are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. It's not a reflection of my team or my squad. Shady, guess who gave the word to bench you, bro? It wasn't EB. It was Andy, the one you love. You love Andy. Oh, Andy. He like
Cut
a
the
daddy to
love.
me. And you know what daddy said? EB, bench his ass. If he fumble another time, you benching his ass. And that's exactly what happened. You carry the ball like a loaf of bread. You damn near cost us 2-3 games, bro. You did cost us the Packers game, and you got benched, and you rolled the bench. You still got a ring. You went to Tampa Bay. You did the same thing. You didn't learn anything from EB. Fumbled out there. You rolled the bench and got another ring. You should be happy. You should be congratulating EB every time you see him because you got 2 rings and you did nothing. You are Melvin Gordon. Know your role, bro. Know your role. You used to
Except
be the
Melvin.
man, Shady. You used to be the man, but you're not. You're not even
Right.
the man on your own show, bro. That's Joy Taylor's show. Sit down. Have a seat.
Big facts. Except Melvin Gordon, he was
Sucker.
much appreciative. He was much appreciative when he landed here, knowing that he wasn't going to contribute on the field. He's like,
Oh,
"Look,
Melvin
I
Gordon
ain't."
had the best. Melvin Gordon had the best quote of all the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
go on, say
That
it,
man
country.
said, "I didn't do shit. All I did was
He kept it 100 on that. He
he
said, "I
kept
got
it a
carried."
million. He
He
kept
said,
it
"I
a
got carried,
million.
man."
Hey, they funny in them comments today.
They
They
are.
see,
They
I'm
are.
trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. Right,
Hmm.
Chris. I didn't hear him saying nothing about Byron Leftwich. He don't never
Right,
say nothing about Andy though. It's all about EV. Who you think told him to bench you? Jamal
right.
Charles came out and said, "Man, I used to hate EV. I tried to get him fired." And you know what Andy said? Get your ass in there and do what he's saying. That's what Andy said. Why you didn't get the same message, bro? You didn't, he act like he was on the team for 4 years. You was on the team for 8 games, bum.
Yep.
Ugh.
And did you see the clip of EB and Adrian Peterson when Eric Bieniemy was the running backs coach in Minnesota, and how he was coaching Adrian Peterson, and
Man, if
how
he
they
can
was
talk to
arguing back
Adrian,
and
if
forth.
he can talk to Adrian Peterson like that, who do you think you are? Because you
Exactly,
not that.
Morneau.
Shady was I hate this because I like Shady McCoy, bro. Like he was a beast. But when you
Yeah,
do
he
this,
did.
bro, that respect is
But at the end of the day, he was on the level of AP and Jamal. I put them two over LeSean. And that's not to disrespect LeSean McCoy. McCoy was
Yeah,
no.
good, but
Lashawn was a beast, bro.
yeah.
Let's not. We ain't gonna downplay the man because he be tripping, but he was a beast. Now I ain't gonna. I'm gonna
Hmm.
give him that, but all this afterwards and after the fact, you just mad because you got benched, bro. You went out like a sucker.
Straight up. But you was about to say something.
no, nothing. I just thought that was a little nasty from McCoy though, man. That was some nasty work, man. It definitely sounded personal. I was listening to 16, listening to them play it at first before I even watched it. And he said all that, and then he's like, well, I hope the best for him. I'm like, damn, how can you say that and then say that?
Hmm.
I didn't like that, man. McCoy, he's damn near a Hall of Famer, all that, but he definitely is a little bitter he got benched. For good reason. He got benched for a reason. It wasn't like he wasn't fumbling, like y'all said. It's just for him. And then when he was going through the reasons why he was saying Eric Bieniemy, he's not talking to the state. Everything. I don't think McCoy understands that we complaining about EB getting these chances because we seen Doug Peterson, we seen Childress, we seen Nagy. They all did exactly what Bieniemy did. They didn't call plays either. So why is the standard different? When if we go based on stats, Bieniemy has 2 Super Bowl rings as a coordinator. Nagy doesn't have any rings as a coordinator. Peterson didn't have
Right.
none as a coordinator. Childress didn't have any as a coordinator. So what? How can Bieniemy be that much worse than these guys that then got positions? It's like
Yeah.
it's like he doesn't understand what everybody else is complaining about because he's letting his personal feelings get involved, man. But
But
it's
but
definitely nasty work.
but Boogie, you think Andy Reid let a guy that's not contributing, not giving input, he don't look at none of the passing plays, he has no voice. You think Andy Reid gonna let him stay on his staff for 10 years? 10 years and he does nothing? He just here?
Right.
He's
We
a running backs coach for a guy that doesn't run the ball? Does that make
Mm.
any sense to you, Shady McCoy? Next subject, man.
it was a little too personal, man. It's a little
Bruh,
too much,
it's
man.
definitely personal. It's like he slept with his girl or something, man. Chill
That's
out, bro.
exactly what it was.
Yep. 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 And like Doug Peterson and Matt Nagy, they got head coaching jobs within like 1 or 2 years
Yep.
after being here.
What's the
It,
difference?
We
Mm.
you
know
know
the
what it
difference.
is. You know what it
Mm.
is,
It's
bro.
We know.
like,
You know what it is.
is it? Or are they saying this because he had Mahomes, maybe?
I
But
mean, that could be part of it, but here's the thing,
But like you
like,
said, we got Jamal Charles, we got Honey Badger, you got Jeff Allen, you got Ron Parker, you got all these players coming out saying this to one McCoy. We haven't heard anybody else. Matter of fact, we have heard 2 people. Both of them was respectfully washed up running backs. Used to be all pros. They're the only 2 that have complained about being him. Le'Veon Bell and Shady McCoy. Those are the only 2 people in shit 10 years that have complained about this dude. Like,
You, you
hmm
you know who can come out and complain, and I wouldn't have no problem. If Ronald Jones came out and said, "Man, I don't care nothing about the Chiefs," that should be the only dude I listen to.
I agree. If
If
he came
Ronald
out and
Jones
said
can
something,
talk,
we'll
none of the
we'll
rest
let
of
him
you.
have it, bro. But McCoy acting like he didn't fumble, like he was fumbling.
Ring,
Come on, bro. Like, come on, man.
Boogie, he got a ring with us. He still got a ring.
Never won a ring
right.
before that.
Yep. And they keep showing the clip of him fumbling against the Colts. That was one of the games we lost when he was here.
He carried the
Uh,
ball like this. You can't carry the ball like this with one hand. It's not basketball. What?
skip ball. Skip ball.
Mhm.
That's
College,
funny.
Oh, bro, and this is not the first time. This is like the third or fourth time. The first time you said it, everybody looked at you like you was crazy. Then you gonna double, you gonna triple down? Who are you?
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, and they'll do anything for clicks and likes, bro. And then Ocho or Oucho, whatever his name, well,
No.
he's got the most insight. Man, he played for like 10 games, bro. He don't got no insight. What kind of insight do he got?
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I think Gary Dieter. I want to say Gary Dieter and Dustin Colquitt. They
I
came
heard
out and
they lit him
said,
up too.
"Yep."
No, I
They
heard it
came
was
out
Anthony Sherman.
or Sherman. Okay, I knew it was another. I knew it was somebody. But anyway, they said that once practice was over with, LeSean was like one of the first ones out. So how would he know about the game plan and all this other stuff?
Lit his ass up.
You said Dieter said that? I didn't see that.
Yeah, Dieter
Yeah,
said
they
that.
said on 810 this morning.
No shit. Okay, I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I
Sherman
mean,
and Colquitt. I gotta go get that. That was
I
probably on
got
the morning show.
see,
I
there's
gotta
always
hear
going to be a
that.
few bad apples, but
every time.
overall, all these people come into his defense. I feel like Mahomes' words carry a ton of weight because of how closely they work together. But also, like the way he handled it in the press conference, he just handled it with class. He was like, "That's not going to affect me in the building. It's not going to affect me at this new team." Like, I mean, he didn't even really comment on it. He's like, basically, your comments mean bullshit to me. Like, I don't even care.
Man,
And he shouldn't,
it,
because again, all these guys are coming to their defense, and no disrespect, but guys that have a lot more merit than you do, than he does.
it should have been over when Andy Reid said some guys don't like to be told that they're not that guy anymore.
For
I
Mm-hmm.
told
Andy to say
everybody is
that,
that Andy said this, who
Mm-hmm.
never says anything bad about players.
Mm-hmm.
He
a
said,
player he
"Hey,
drafted too.
uh,
Yep. Yep. Big facts. But yeah, are y'all ready to go to the next subject?
Yeah,
Everybody got.
I can't talk
All
about
right.
this clown anymore.
yeah, I'm
Right.
done. I'm done. I'm getting
Right.
emotional.
Right. Let's get. I'm done with Shady. I'm done with that clown.
Yeah, because I'm ready
Um.
to make this an NC-17 show, which what I really want
Oh,
to say about this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say the
Next
other
subject,
word.
please.
I want to say the other word, but I'm not gonna do it.
Man,
The
he's a
next.
sucker.
Yeah. The next subject here. Let's talk about our quarterback for a sec here. All right. So, PFF ranked the number one player as the number one player of the 2022 season. Duh. Obvious. Right there. But he's got a series. He got a Netflix series coming up. It's called Quarterback, and it's going to feature him, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota. So it's going to be pretty much unlimited access, and the first time the players are mic'd up for every game. So it's supposed to come out this summer. And RJ, I want to shout out RJ real quick. RJ described this the best as far as like how this series is going to go. Like you're going to get a perspective of a quarterback win a championship, a quarterback that had like a successful season and just came up short in the playoffs, and you're gonna get a quarterback that just failed and just got his job took. So you get all perspectives with this series.
Damn.
I mean,
So, but I know Omaha Productions with Peyton and Eli, they're gonna be part of it, and Patrick Mahomes himself, 2 p.m. Productions, he introduced that today. So now
Damn.
he's getting into the productions and all that stuff. So
Julia, stop.
Julius,
Julia.
I'm gonna be honest. Marcus Mariota kind of threw me off. I'm like, why? I don't know about that. I would have chose somebody else. If it's good access, man, it's gonna. I mean, Pat putting his name on it, so it's got to be good. So we ain't gonna get a lot of information because Andy ain't gonna let out too much. So I mean, it's interesting. We get to know these players. We get to know our quarterback a little bit better. You know, some more insight. See the kids, see the wife, see the the family and all that. So we'll see. I'm definitely gonna watch it, and if Netflix stop us from sharing passwords,
Man.
I'm
because I was
boycotting
just
Netflix, man. I'm
I was
boycotting,
about to
man.
hey, I was about to cancel because you did not hit this season. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't hitting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I wish it would have been on HBO. It'd have been I mean, Netflix is unfiltered though, so
I
it
yeah,
ain't
mean,
gonna be edited a lot.
I don't know how unfiltered it would be in the first place, but I think it'll be really cool, especially like, I mean, they had a baby, like Mahomes and Brittany had a baby this season. So to see how they kind of maneuver pregnancy, and then of course the birth of a new kid into the family, like if they go into it like that, or if it's just strictly on the field, like all I know is anytime Pat's mic'd up and we do get to hear it, it's electric, get the popcorn. So if this is a full season of that, like, hell yeah.
I'm with it.
I'm with
Oh,
it.
it's NFL Films too?
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be crispy then.
It'll be
It's
tame,
gonna be.
but yeah, we definitely gonna get some good stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be crispy then if NFL Films don't
That might
spare
go
no
special,
expense.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you most want to? Okay, let's do this real quick. If you was gonna follow, and shout out to Sky Moore's documentary on YouTube. I cannot think of the name of it. He did a documentary that's pretty good too. What Chiefs player would you most like to see follow for a year?
Just
In
anybody.
your personal opinion,
Just anybody. All right. For me, man.
Frank is screaming to be followed for a year.
I don't know. You know who I'm going with. So.
I was just about to say, I think Frank would be good because Frank went through all kinds of stuff this season, and for him to overcome that, I would be interested to see how he overcame, losing his father and the off season stuff with the Uzi and whatnot.
Before your eyes.
So yeah, Frank Clark's definitely a good name. I would be interested in watching that.
The Scott Moore thing is called Before Your Eyes. It's on YouTube under his channel. If you got time, it's about an hour and a half. Go check it out. But
I gotta say, Colin Saunders. He's a writer. He's hilarious. He's got, I don't know, anytime he's got mic'd up or something, I just feel like he's really funny. And I feel like he really came a long way this season. Like, he had kind of not done a lot, and then this year he had a breakout season, kind of, if you will. And just to see what kind of Joe Cullen inspired and what he kind of did for him to get him on that next level. I don't know. I think he would be fine. Plus, he's hilarious.
I wouldn't follow him for the whole year, but I would love to see Brett Veach in action in the draft room in the combine. Like just those. I would love to see, but they wouldn't release none of that information. But that would be fun to watch. I want to be in the draft room one day, just while the telephone going off, I'm answering and stuff, and like Jacksonville, we ain't trading y'all nothing. Slim.
Man, draft day got you, bro. Draft
Still haven't seen it,
dog.
We need to
we do this no, we can't. I know. We did this last season. He was like,
no. We need to find out how to set up a watch party where we can watch draft day. Oh man, shout out to Therese, rest in peace. When Therese and Charles Robinson watched draft day and then went and reviewed it on their podcast, it's like one of the most hilarious episodes of all time. But Kylie, we're gonna set aside some time. If you need me to send you the DVD, I will.
And
it should be on streaming though.
Listen, Kylie, next time you come into town, listen. We all linking up and we binge watching some stuff. We binge watching some stuff because this is unacceptable. I'm sorry, this is unacceptable.
Okay, one movie.
No, it's more than one movie. It's more than one movie.
It's draft day. I've seen New Jack City. We did this already. I've seen New Jack City. I caught up 2 weeks ago. I saw it.
We have to watch draft day before the draft.
I'll find it.
But let's be honest about it. It's a terrible movie. It's terrible. It's
I can't give.
Hey, he ain't doing a good job persuading us, Colin.
No. You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, you better get him too.
Yeah, we gotta watch it now.
Telling both of us, I haven't seen it
Yeah,
either.
y'all tripping, man.
The comment.
Chris,
yes,
DG.
Hey, don't ask her them questions, man. I don't want y'all jumping out. No New Jack City threw me off, man.
Hey, man. Yeah, we setting this up. I'm gonna reach out to to the Chiefs Kingdom crew. It's like 50 of them. We all got to show up someplace, and watch draft day.
Listen,
It's
Alamo Draft House. Look, I'm about to holler at y'all, man. We gotta buy out the theater, yo.
Kyle, I can't give time to this movie if it's as bad as you're saying. I
it's
got other
it's
things to do.
it's bad, but it's you
John, we
have
don't
to
have
watch it
time.
thow.
John, don't do that, John. Don't
We
do
don't
that,
have
Yeah,
man.
time.
we're not about
Don't
to
do
get into
that.
that.
Don't do that.
We're not about to get into that.
I don't want you judging her, man. Don't do that. We
I've seen
love
them
Kylie.
all.
Don't do her like that.
Yeah, we're not getting to that.
Leave our girl alone, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's good.
We might take this conversation to Twitter later or something. I don't
You,
know. I
we
might have to put this out there.
wait till Twitter
Yeah.
find out you ain't never seen Draft Day.
They already know.
Oh, okay.
I
So
feel like you just told everyone. You ratted me out.
I'm
Man.
sorry. He ain't seen it either. He catching all these strays too.
I'm catching them with
I
you.
know. You see how
Man.
And
quickly I pulled him down with me. I said, hold up.
Yeah.
it is.
Fast, Chris. Fast,
It
Chris.
is, Chris. Chris, it is. It would never happen in real life. It,
Hell
it,
no, not a chance.
it's certain things in there that happen. It's like, come on, guys. But you're so in the movie that never mind. It got like a whole romantic angle to it. It's terrible, but you gotta watch it.
They brought romance into it?
Hey, country needs to stop talking because we never go watch and listen to country jazz.
I ain't got time.
Turn it off,
Man.
Kylie.
Boogie hasn't either.
It's the Chuck and Country show until me and Kylie do our homework, man. We got to do
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna find it. It's on Tubi.
Is it really? Because I'm on Tubi, man. I'm done with Netflix. So if it's on Tubi, I can get it watched before this next episode. We done with
It's
Netflix.
it's either last time I checked, it was on HBO Max, but it
Okay,
might be
I got
it
that.
might be on one of the free channels too.
we can do either one of them two right there.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat, man.
Now
Chad
we gonna
always
make this
feeling
an
it.
we about to make this an event. This got to be we.
Okay.
How much it costs to rent a movie theater?
I'm literally
Where
about,
do
I'm
you
about to find that
even
out. I'm about to find that out.
Oh,
where do you even rent the movie?
I don't
I think
know.
I think majority
Look.
of
You see,
theaters
hey,
do.
look.
See?
They try to hurry up and move that comment, Kylie. You see that?
Yeah, they did. They try to pretend. I'm not gonna see it. I don't have time.
They see.
No.
I'm kidding. If we could figure
Nani,
out
don't.
time, I could try.
Nani,
We
don't do
don't
that.
know.
Nani, don't.
Yeah.
Look, Nani, we don't
He's
know.
hey 90. He's a lottery ticket. That's all I'm gonna say on
Eh,
that. He a lottery ticket.
yeah, him and John Ross are icing on the cake. If they give us anything, it's a side
It's a
dish.
plus. It's a
Yeah, it's
plus.
a plus.
All right, so on to the next subject, man. All right, so we got the situation with our offensive line here. Look at our Orlando Brown and maybe a possible contract extension, or he's gonna get franchised another year. It's looking like he may get franchised another year. But there's also this thing with Joe Tooney because Joe Tooney he starts his price of the brick goes up after next season.
Mm.
So Referee's got some decisions to make here as far as the offensive line goes. Like with Orlando Brown, like do you franchise him another year and try to buy yourself more time to work something out, or just play it as or just roll with the punches, you know?
Uh,
I'm trying to sign him long term. The money
yeah.
got to be right, but I'm trying to sign him long term. I'm not making him the highest paid, but I want to compensate him. Does he really want a long term deal? Is the question. We got to both meet each other halfway with that.
Well, wasn't that the thing too? Last year's he was wanting more guaranteed money, like
Yeah,
another year.
He
he's
wanted to
trying
be
to get
the
Trent
highest
Williams.
paid guy.
He's
Chris,
Yeah.
you
trying to get
done
Trent
for that.
Williams money.
But
Right.
remember, he didn't have an agent, and he got close towards the end. So
Yeah.
now he has an agent. He won the Super Bowl. We done got this year out. Hopefully, it's more smoother this time around. Remember, his agent was like a rookie free a rookie
A
agent.
rookie, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
First time agent.
Right.
So first
Hey,
off season,
and in Orlando, it would be easier to sign you if you didn't start the season so slow. He starts the season slow for the first 6 to 8 weeks, and then he turns into this all-pro guy. Why we
well,
can't? If we could have that over the entire season, please.
I'm playing devil's advocate. You can't get that because you're not paying me. So I'm not gonna come to training camp in shape. So
Oh, that's how
if you
you.
pay
That's how
me,
you. That's how
I'm
you
just saying,
coming at me.
if you pay me and take care of me, I'm coming into camp in shape all year round. So is it that important? Let's get them paid. But
All right.
the
So,
money got
so
to be right.
would you rather be winning rings with me or playing in Tennessee?
Shit, I got a ring. If you're not gonna pay me, I'm just being
Yeah.
honest. I got a ring. If you don't want to pay me, trade me.
Yeah.
Orlando is in his 20s still. He is still very
Kyle,
young.
he did it the year before too. Kyle, he did it last year too. It's
It's
not
been
just
little,
this year.
it's been little knick-knack injuries too. But I mean, come on, man. You got to pay me if you want me coming in. I'm not coming in the involuntary, voluntary workouts. You pay me now. I'm in there voluntary workouts. I'm being that leader on the O line. I'm doing all that.
Would you put him in the top five?
No, no. I'm
In the
not.
Oh
playoffs, he
man,
was in the playoffs, he was like top five, but he's top 10, I think. I think I'll go 10.
that's a great question. I can't put him top five, but you know, he's top 10. He definitely top
Yeah,
10. I'll say
you
that.
gotta be in shape, man. And,
Right.
and playing tennis wasn't getting it, bro. Swim or something. Do something.
But I'm with Boogie from his perspective though. Like, you know, I'm young. I'm still like my 20s. I won a Super Bowl. I mean, I played like a much better second half of the year. You saw what I did against the Phillies defensive line, who led the league in sacks by a wide margin. So, I
These are
mean,
all
if it,
pluses in
yeah,
this
And,
conversation.
and ball is really in his court too. Because
right,
if just think of it like this: if he is like, you know what, y'all not gonna pay me that, I'm gonna sit out, trade me, whatever. What are the Chiefs gonna do? The Chiefs will have to trade up to get a left tackle. We're creating a hole, and we will have to take a left tackle.
Yep.
If we don't do that, we can go into the draft and say, you know what, whoever is the best player, I'm taking whoever you think that guy is, whatever position. But if we trade Orlando Brown, that's a big hole. Your second most important position.
Yeah.
He got the leverage.
Everybody
Well, and then you have to
everybody
rely
ain't
on whoever
taxes.
you draft to be good and that to work out, or you're relying on grabbing someone else out of free agency or whatever. And there's just not many left
No,
tackles out there. So to your
this is
point,
not the
yeah,
year for that, Kylie,
no,
to go get a left
no, it's
tackle in free
not.
agency.
So to your point, tag him, try and work out a deal. I'm all for it. Also, he's protecting the most important person on the field, Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes.
I really think the Chiefs ain't got a choice. You got to tag them. I think they have no choice when it comes to that. You got to put something on them, so you can't just let them walk. Yeah, try to get them long term deal. You know where we're gonna start at. That last contract we offered you, that's the starting point. You throw your little thing in there, and then we try to meet in the middle.
Also, remember, if we do franchise him this year, this is the last year we can franchise him. So if we franchise him this year, he's gone next year. Off top.
For
He's gone.
nothing.
Yeah. So it's like,
I, Chris, I
I
would
saw it,
go
Kyle.
20, 21. Yeah.
it's
What's
all
the
about the
reasonable price?
guaranteed money, man. Like,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd
so
go. I mean, I'd go
okay, so
22 because what did he want last year?
He wanted 23.
yeah, he's trying to surpass Trent Williams. I know that.
I
So,
ain't known that.
but like, I want to ask y'all about Andrew Wiley. So Andrew Wiley, I feel like with what he did in this postseason overall, I feel like he upped his price a little bit. So Is he at the point where he's not gonna get brought back? You just move on. You try to work something. You try to work it out with Darian Kennard for next year. Try to make sure he's ready. Or Lucas Niang. You give him
No,
another chance. So what we doing at right tackle? What's that looking
I,
like?
yeah, I would try to upgrade. If I couldn't, then I would bring him back, and he could be my super backup. Because I mean, he can play guard and tackle. So if somebody go down, I definitely draft the right tackle. Or, I mean, what's the dude name from Tennessee? But he hurt a lot too. So
Yeah,
nah,
I,
we
I
yeah,
don't
don't
want
trust
him.
Lamont. I don't trust
That's nasty.
Lamont.
Yeah, we
He's
don't
yeah,
need
I
cooked.
don't
that.
trust him either.
He's
So
he's cooked.
I think it'd probably be easier to find a right tackle than you know. I don't know. We don't know what we got in Kennard yet. That's the only rookie that we don't know or nothing about. Yeah, all the rest of them, we know exactly what they're gonna bring to the table, and they could get better. But Kennard is the only question mark out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, bro. Out of 10 picks, we only got one question mark.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know nothing about Kennard except he look
Hey,
like Roman Reigns' brother. That's
I'm cool with bringing Wiley back, y'all. I think if we can get him at a decent low price, I'm bringing Wiley back and I'm drafting the right tackle next year. Kennard, I
I
don't
really.
think we can go into the season with Kennard being our starting right tackle. Like how Veach didn't pay so much attention to improving the offensive line for Mahomes to go out there with him starting at right tackle, and he couldn't even crack the field last year. I don't like that.
mm-hmm.
Hey,
Listen.
Kennard kind of look like Jay Uso.
Not Jay Uso.
He's like a big Jay Uso.
You stupid for that, bro.
Jimmy or Jay Uso.
You stupid.
Yeah, before Kylie got to go because it's bedtime almost. Um, I,
I gotta go watch a
I,
movie. I gotta go watch
I wouldn't be
Jurassic.
mad. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad about keeping Andrew Wiley. I definitely would draft though. I'm definitely looking to get out of there too. At the same time, if that makes sense. And we still got new
Yeah.
Niang is still on what a rookie contract.
Man, that's dead, bro.
Yeah, that might be dead too. So, oh,
I'm
he is
trusting.
Simone. Okay, I didn't know he was Simone. I thought he was from Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely out on Niang, respectfully. Y'all can have that one. And y'all, sorry, not mean to cut y'all off. I'm looking at the top 5 left tackles per year. Trent Williams, 23. David, I'm not gonna butcher his name. The Packers left tackle,
Bakhtiari,
23.
David Bakhtiari.
There we go.
From the
Tunsil,
Packers?
22. Yep.
Yeah, for the Packers.
So Tunsil is at 22 million, and he's the third highest paid left tackle. Y'all willing to give Orlando Brown 22? Y'all said right?
I would, yes.
I would go 22.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad about that.
Because again, he's
Guaranteed
protecting
money.
Pat.
And he's
What's your
young.
guaranteed money? Y'all talking about? Trent Williams got 45. Ronald Stanley got 70 guaranteed.
Why did they give?
Tunsil got 50 guaranteed. How much are y'all guaranteeing Orlando Brown?
It got me 60 at that point. That's a lot
60
of
is
money.
the second highest paid left tackle in the league.
Yeah, I'm not done with Niang yet, too. It might be. Look at that Ronnie Stanley contract. That might be the starting point. It
But
might be the
Ronnie
floor.
Stanley, he get 19 a year, but he's 70 guaranteed. Y'all cool with that?
That guaranteed money.
That
Oh boy.
guaranteed money.
Yeah, guaranteed money is
60 go
something,
put him
man.
at number 2, guaranteed wise, but ooh,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
that's 3 years. If you give him 60 million, that's 3 years. Well, really 2 years. You can give him a little sign-on bonus, 20 a year. That's 3-year deal.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. We ain't talked about Chris
Hey,
yet.
hey, Kaz, I want to talk about Chris Jones real quick because okay, you remember how we had Carrington on one time? We was talking about the possibility of trading Chris Jones,
Oh, I can't
and
wait to talk to C
it
Dot.
was it was nuts. It was insane. I said I was open to the idea. I wasn't fully on board. I said I was open to it, but that was stupid of me to say that as well. I mean, at this point, man, you gotta pay Chris Jones. I'm sorry, he's just now reaching the prime of his career. I think he got like 3 more prime years left, in my opinion. So,
He
and you're
might
not gonna
have
find
more than
anybody.
that, man, because he gets
Well,
better every year. He's getting
yeah,
better every year.
yeah. And some people was concerned about his pad level still and all that. But listen, man, him and Quentin Williams, they were the two best defensive tackles in the league this season. Like, you're not gonna find anybody better than Chris Jones at this point. You gotta keep him around for a minute because at the end of the day, he's a guy that's going to open everything else up on the defensive line as far as D ends getting to the quarterback and all that. And I was in the spaces the other day, and somebody had mentioned like the New England Patriots and how they moved on from Richard Seymour around this age. And I told him, I said, do you know who else is on that defensive line? Vince
Vince,
Wilfork.
whoop.
Vince Wilfork was just as impactful. It was just as important on that defensive line. And you saw how the Patriots kept rolling once Richard Seymour got traded. So you need that nose tackle. You need a nose tackle with that impact that can take on double teams, that can, be decent against the run, that can get to the quarterback. You need guys like that. They take on that responsibility. And I don't think you're just gonna find another one like that in Chris Jones at this moment.
And why? I, I respect what the Patriots is the standard of what you need to be doing for your franchise. I get all that, but why do we always, not just us, just period? Why do we have to do everything like the Patriots? Just because they
Right,
let people go
right.
2, 3 years early don't mean we need to. This dude is clearly the leader. Chris
Mm-hmm.
Jones clearly took a step leadership wise. Not
Mm-hmm.
even talking about his own field play.
Yep.
He was top 3 defensive player of the year this year.
Mm-hmm. He was a
What
finalist.
Top
else do
two.
he? What else do he need to do for you to think he's worth the money? Like, he made game-winning sacks. He had his best game as a pro against the Bengals to get us
And he
to the
was
Super Bowl. Like,
and he was tied for the lead. He was tied for the lead in the fourth quarter in sacks. To
but
expand on that.
okay, the average a year, Aaron Donald's getting 31. The next closest is 21 million. So it's a $10 million difference between Aaron Donald and the next guy. How much are y'all giving Chris Jones?
It's 30 and up. It's 30 and up for me.
It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be. That's a
30
lot of money,
million
man.
a
That's about
year?
$100 million. We just shilled out in 2 players.
Listen, man. At this point, it's worth it, bro.
Guaranteed gonna be what? 60, 70?
But
Because
this
that's
is
only a
what
2 year deal.
this is what we did this year that helps that out. We just brought in 10 rookies. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
low contracts. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
money you're not handing out to your one of your safeties, 3 of your corners.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you saving a lot of money. Can we get him in, and then when it's time to start paying those guys, then Chris Jones might be walking off in the sunset by then. So I think we're in good position, man. That we decided to go young while everybody else was spending their money on these old guys. It was the
Mm-hmm.
best decision Brett Beach ever made. And if he got 12 picks this year, we don't have 12 spots. Or you could be replacing people that's on the lower end. You know what I'm saying? If I can replace you with a young guy, I'll get rid of you. I ain't got to pay you because I got to pay Chris. I got to pay Orlando. I get Snead. We ain't even talked about Snead yet.
Because 610 was talking about trading. We'll talk about that another time. Though.
Trey who?
They said C Dot was talking about he would entertain trading Snead instead of paying him.
Yeah. We'll talk about that another
C Dot
time.
will be on soon. He was
Right.
We
supposed
got
to
our
come on
offensive
tonight,
coordinator.
but he went to go see Creed.
Yeah, 3-3. But Kylie, what you got on this as far as Chris Jones?
I mean, I think you got to pay him. You guys kind of all said it. I kind of missed a little bit, but yeah, he's proved he can be a leader on the team. He had his best season since what, like 2018 or something.
Uh-huh.
and he completely dominated. And when we needed him to show up at the end of those games, he showed up. That Bengals game specifically, if you think about like the stop he made, and he got to Burrow, like whoa, like he did he did what we needed him to do, and he I don't know, he's been what 2 Super Bowls now for him, and he's got the experience. He can help these young guys, and I want him and Clark. I want them both to stay.
I, I'm with you on that. I think Frank Clark has to be on the team next year. I don't care what that contract
Agreed.
talking about. Make it
I
Agreed.
happen.
think Frank Clark changed a lot of people's minds over these last, definitely all of the playoffs, but over them last like 8 weeks after we lost to the Bengals. I think he changed everybody's mind. I think people were kind of like upset with Frank and he don't do nothing. He not doing this, but it's what he's doing after the game and before the game and during the game, like the sideline stuff. It's the man. If you seen that man crying on the bench and you don't want to sign that man again, like he needs to retire, Chief, bro. Like that, I don't know. That just hit me in my feelings. So I was like, damn, we can't get rid of Frank, man. That's Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he embraced the whole city. I think the whole city embraced Frank Clark in that moment to see him crying on the field, man. The boy got 2 Super Bowls when we signed him. You know what I'm saying? So the contract already worth it. You know what
Hey,
I'm
he didn't
saying? It
go
was
off
worth it with
sides,
one.
man.
It was worth it with one. So he definitely worth it with two.
Yep. So like before we go ahead and wrap up the show tonight, as everyone knows, the franchise won't be coming out till next Friday. So they trying to make this one really, really good for everybody in Chiefs Kingdom. So how y'all feeling about this season finale of the franchise as they wrap it up?
I know it's gonna be great, man. They
Hmm.
always do their job, so I'll be ready. I can't wait.
I'm sure I'll cry. There'll be a tear, 3 or 4, roll down my face because it'll be moving, and to see how this win has impacted, or this Super Bowl win has impacted all the players and the rookies and to the vets. Like it'll be cool. I'm excited.
I think they're gonna have something that we haven't seen yet. Franchise, because we've like Boogie said, there's a lot of content out about the Super Bowl. Like you can really piece together the whole game and all that. But I think they're gonna have something that we still haven't seen, a behind the scene moment or something like that. So that'd be cool. The moment with Pat and his dad, that was beautiful. That was man, that was beautiful. The moment with Travis and his brother, I felt for Trav because I'm like, bro, you happy, but it's your brother though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I can't be too happy in front of my bro. Like I can't do him like that. That was a moment. His mom and all that. That was a moment. It's so many moments, bro. When Pat was like on his ankle and he was like he rolled it, and like to see him like that, we ain't never seen him like look human like that. I think the franchise is gonna pull out something that we ain't seen, some behind the scene locker. I wish we could get that locker room speech. Boy, that would be hard if we could get that, but I know we're not gonna get that. But that would be
Yeah,
hard.
I think this one is gonna be pretty emotional. I think they're gonna try to make this one pretty emotional for a
Yeah, make that
lot
bitch
of
2
Chiefs
hours.
fans. You know, so I think they really gonna get down and dig deep for this one. So I can't wait. Because at first I was like, damn, we gotta wait this long, but at the same time, I get it. You know what I mean? They want to make sure it's right. They want to make sure it's perfect. So hey, can't wait till next Friday, man.
My boy said, "My girl, not Thomas Jane. Where's his glasses? He can't see. Where's his glasses?" Wait, my girl. Hey, bro, y'all too young for that. I remember my girl.
I
Yeah. All
ain't,
right, so
I ain't gonna say no old joke, man. I'm gonna leave it alone.
so let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. Let's get to our sponsor and get up out of here, man. All right, so Shout out to the good people at Homage. First of all, I want to thank them for helping us with the giveaways. First off,
Yeah.
shout out to all the winners in regards to the giveaways during Super Bowl week. So, that being said, they got 20% off the entire website right now. So go check that out. You want to get something from there. They got the NFL logo collection still up. I know they pretty much moved on to like basketball season now and other stuff, pop culture and all that. But yeah, man, check out the site, copy some gear, and pay homage. So with that being said, now
Oh,
that we
you
got
young.
that,
I can't
Kyle,
stand you, Kyle.
Kyle said I was one.
They got some big sizes. They got some big sizes.
Yeah, yeah, they do. I don't know how far it goes up, but they do. So with that being said, people, any final thoughts before we get up out of here, as we are now the defending Super Bowl champions?
Good luck,
Yep.
EB, man. I'm rooting for the Commanders, man. That's my NFC team. I'm one of them guys now. I got an NFC team now. Go Commanders.
Definitely room for EB, man. We wish you the best.
Hmm.
I want if he got 10 wins, y'all should be knocking down his door to be the head coach. Facts.
All the
Left
love.
hand up.
He's gonna kill it. I'm excited for him.
Yeah, definitely excited for EB, man. But like I said, hopefully he does kill this year. He kills this year, he gotta be a head coach, man. Like
I,
I'm still mad at the league. I'm still mad at the league how they've been
I
doing
don't
him.
think Rivera's gonna be there that long. I think he might step immediately into that spot. But we'll see.
Yep. So that being said, like thank everybody for tuning in to tonight's show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share all your social media platforms. Until the next episode, we out of here as we are home of the Super Bowl champions.
We are the champions, my friend.
Dun dun dun. We out, y'all.
He rose